Firstly, I would like to acknowledge that this is unprecedented times for our current generation. The challenges faced by our community will continue to evolve, and I would like to acknowledge the people in our community who will be heavily impacted by the changes announced by the Australian Government on the weekend. Every person in our region will be in some way affected, whether that's through their day-to-day life or through the impact of our local economy. Today, the South Burnett Local Disaster Management Group has moved to activation with an official stand-up status. This will ensure that Queensland Health are provided support and the continuity of services to our community at a local level. The activation of the LDMG will also create a coordinated response to the emerging challenges across human, social and our economy. It is a priority for the LDMG to look after the vulnerable members of our community and lessen the impact on our society as much as possible. Yesterday, the Human and Social and Economic subgroup of the LDMG met with services, providers and local community organisations to coordinate what support they can currently provide and obtain an understanding of what assistance is required over the short and long term. We see it as absolutely critical that we engage with our local support groups and industry to ensure that all government agencies understand the challenges at the coalface of our community. The key messages for our community include: for any individuals or businesses who have been impacted by restrictions, including loss of employment, reduced hours or any other financial pressures as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, there is a range of new and updated payments that you may be eligible for during this time. Impacted residents are encouraged to contact Services Australia, formerly known as Centrelink, via the Services Australia website or visit MyGov account. I would strongly encourage all people under financial pressure to seek advice and assistance at your earliest opportunity. I would like to acknowledge that Services Australia locally will be inundated with inquiries at their shop front, and we ask on behalf of everybody for patience and understanding. The Department of Communities has established a community recovery hotline. This hotline has been put in place for Queenslanders who are required to self-isolate and may need social and emotional telephone support. It is also for people that are in home quarantine and who have no other support mechanisms. The number to call is 1800 173 349. I would also acknowledge that the Red Cross has established a community support service for those requiring regular welfare checks, and people may register by calling their hotline. And for further information, assistance and important links, I encourage you to stay in touch with Council's website at southburnett.qld.gov.au. This information will be updated as information is released. And for those who receive aged or special care services, please contact your service providers and they will refer you to the appropriate person for support during this time. We understand that protocols have been introduced in some services to reduce the risk to vulnerable people in our community. For those that can, please support your local businesses. Now is the time to do this. Every little bit will assist these businesses at this time. I encourage you to buy local, get your hair cut, buy a coffee, or buy a takeaway meal if you can. As more information becomes available to the Human and Social and Economic subgroup, further updates will be provided. This subgroup will meet on a weekly basis. I want to reconfirm with the community that there has only been one confirmed case of COVID-19 in the South Burnett. All schools in our region remain open. I want to acknowledge the teamwork and the cooperation of all our government agencies and community groups in working together to provide the best response we possibly can for our local community. Lastly, I want to thank our community for their continued support that has been provided and will be needed over the coming months. I would ask that you keep in contact with friends, with family and neighbours over the coming weeks to ensure their well-being. I would strongly encourage any person that needs assistance for any reason to contact the relevant government agencies, the Australian Red Cross or Council for support.